Good morning, Jamestown, Tennessee!
And welcome to the Jamestown Morning Report.
Welcome back to the Morning Report, friends. I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. This week, we are going to have a little bit different of a episode today. We're going to do a proper little news desk episode so that we can get out a bunch of information. We asked last week on the Morning Report if people like the news through this period of time, and a lot of people responded and said they would love some information. So here we go, jumping right in with our weather today.
Today's weather is partly cloudy with a high of 57 and a low of 45.
In our random fact of the day, if you lick someone's elbow while they're not looking, they will not feel it at all. That is the complete opposite of what we should be doing right now with social distancing. And speaking of social distancing, let's talk about the current COVID-19.
The world, our country, and local community has been put on pause. Plans have been interrupted, but we're here to help direct you to some resources available to stay informed, share ways you can get help, and ways you can help others.
First off, if you are paying attention to the media, here's a great way that you can get direct source from the White House. The White House has its own YouTube channel, and they air live press briefings every single day right now. You can subscribe to them to get more information directly from the source. A lot of times with news media, things get skewed either way. It's great to know and hear exactly what's going on, so we'll put that link below.
As far as our local community, I registered my cell phone to the E911 system after the tornadoes happened in our state, and I was able to get some really important information that I wouldn't have known had I not registered.
Some of those things include things like the FENTRESS County government buildings will remain closed to public access, but officials are available by appointment only. You must call ahead. Also, another fact about our public buildings, the tags and cars, etc., expiring between March and April have been extended until June 15th. Until June 15th.
The solid waste facility is open. All trash must be bagged, including recyclables. Remain in your vehicle with your windows up.
Walmart and the pharmacy are doing a special thing every Tuesday now through April 28th from 6 to 7 a.m. It's a seniors only shopping time, so to give our older generation a chance to get out and do some shopping without a large crowd of people around.
The FENTRESS County E911 is a partner with the Hyper Reach Emergency Mass Notification to allow 911 to quickly send mass messages to residents of FENTRESS County in case of emergencies. The alerts range from weather to simple road closures and talking about our solid waste facility, for example. All land phones in FENTRESS County are automatically signed up to receive these alerts. Individuals with cell phones who wish to receive alerts may register by going to the link we have below.
Now, something that I wanted to talk about, we are business owners here in FENTRESS County, and unfortunately we had to close 2 businesses that we run here. It was an incredibly difficult decision. We did feel it was the right thing to do to keep our staff and our community safe. All that being said, we're going to put a link down below on where you can file for temporary unemployment. The government's recommending to do that, and I know that they've sped up the ability to get finances out to those.
Schools are closed, and some families are wondering about school lunch programs for their children. Letters were passed out to parents stating that if the closures were to extend past April 1st, that school buses would deliver food to the children. In the meantime, we encourage everyone to grow together as a family, make good memories, learn something new every day, and take this moment together to grow together.
Something we would definitely encourage. Just on a positive note, we're giving a lot of facts right now, but something that we did want to stop and talk about. Guys, right now your kids are home from school. It can be a very stressful time. Something that we're trying to do is take a deep breath and enjoy spending time with our kiddos. I mean, I'm often not at home, so I just love this time to get to go hiking and do some other things. Speaking of hiking, something that we don't have on our list, all of the national parks and our state parks are open. The visitor centers will be closed for the protection and safety of the staff, etc. However, get out and enjoy the great outdoors, guys. We live in a beautiful place. It's a gorgeous area all around us here in Fentress County. We want to encourage you guys to go hiking. It's a great time to get out with your kiddos and enjoy nature.
Some things you can do for inspiration. We have a lot of links listed in the video below that was compiled from somebody else that I found online. But there's like online museum tours, exploration on Mars. If it's a rainy day, you can do things together like dig for earthworms, make a connection, teach your kid how to make a meal, or brew some tea, have some conversation, read out loud together. Those are things that your kids are gonna remember from years to come, being artistic together.
And I will say too, it's a great time to do, and something we might do a segment on here real soon, is things like baking cookies, enjoying this time together. Growing up in Florida like we did, hurricanes would come through and we sort of knew that the world was gonna be on pause for a week or two. This is a different thing, however, it's the same kind of thing. We're in our houses. So enjoy this time, bake, learn to cook, teach your kiddos to cook, all that fun stuff, guys. We encourage you to enjoy this time together. A note about Upper Cumberland Human Resources. If you need help paying bills, transportation to medical appointments, or groceries, the Upper Cumberland Human Resources is carrying on business as usual. Their lobby is closed, but you can call 931-879-8040. We'll also put that down below. You can only apply once within a 12-month period, October through September. Their commodity distribution is scheduled for April 9th.
If you need help with some food, the Fentress County Food Bank distribution is Tuesdays from 8:30 to 11. They carry it out to the car. At this time, they're not looking for volunteers, but donations by check written out to the Fentress County Food Bank to purchase food is greatly appreciated, and it can be sent directly to Rob Pearce, 4278 Jonesville Road, Clarkrange, Tennessee 38553, and we'll have that address down below as well.
If you are worried about having gotten the coronavirus and you're feeling symptoms, it's really important, guys, if you listen to a lot of what our governmental and state representatives are saying, they're saying that you do not need to get a test unless you're properly feeling the symptoms of fever, cough, etc. If you feel like you need to get a test, we're going to put a link below to the website. It's constantly changing where you would go to get a test. But from the Department of Health, locations will be added daily. Tennessee should first call their usual source of care. If an assessment cannot be done in the location, individuals should call the assessment sites prior to going on site. Most locations do a phone assessment to determine if in-person assessment or test is needed. Most individuals, particularly those with mild or no symptoms, do not need to take a test, guys. It's really important right now to leave those available for people who are really feeling the symptoms. And one other note, before we talk about what else we can do to help in this situation, guys, just remember to take a deep breath. The good thing is where we live, we're very isolated. We live in a small rural community, and our hope and the reason that we close our businesses is that we can remain pretty untouched by this. In a lot of very populated areas, this thing is spreading. However, we're so far removed that I think if we do the right things, if we take the right precautions, we can keep our community safe.
Another way to help is stay home, wash your hands. Red Cross is urging people to give blood. As fears of the coronavirus rise, low donor participation could harm blood availability at hospitals, and the last thing a patient should worry about is whether life-saving blood will be on the shelf when they need it the most. There's going to be a blood drive. It's about a month away from now, but it's Saturday, April 25th, True West Campground, Stables, and Mercantile from noon to 4 p.m., a part of the bloodassurance.org/True West.
So remember, guys, take it easy, stay home, relax, enjoy this time if you're home from work. If you're not, thank you so much for continuing to do the things that need to happen here in and around our communities. Also, if you are a local restaurant or business that is staying open, we would love to announce it next week on the morning report or even throughout the week. So if you're doing curbside service, etc., I know there's a couple of our businesses doing that right now. Please email us at thejamestownmorningreport@gmail.com. and we will announce that next week so that the community can come support you guys. Listen, local businesses are really hurting, as you can imagine, along with a lot of other people who are just sick of being at home. But please support them if you want to get something to eat. Support local businesses here in Jamestown, Tennessee by doing that, guys.
I think another thing, talking about support, is just calling your friend, calling your family, call your neighbor, and check on each other, see how they're doing, pray for them, and we live in a day and age where most people have telephones. Some have the capability of FaceTiming. You could use your computer to do that as well. So you don't have to lose that connection with people. And yeah, take the time to reflect, meditate, and move forward.
I would like to jump in here and say a huge thank you to my beautiful wife and co-host today, Miss Jessica Riley. This has been a different segment today, guys. A lot of people did write in and ask us to do a little bit more news. We're excited to get back to baking cookies and doing fun things around our town and exploring state parks. We will get back to that really soon, guys, but we want to get this information out to our town and use the platform that we have here wisely and in a way that I think can really help our town. So with that being said, I would like to say a huge thank you to our business sponsors who help us do what we do here on the Morning Report. I'd like to say a huge thank you to Mountain Barn Builders, The Wellness Studios, Leaders Look Forward Life Coaching, Stephanie Cross with Tennessee Real Properties, the Plateau Cafe and Campfire Coffee. Seriously, guys, thank you so much, even now more than ever, for helping us to be able to get out good information to our town. As always, guys, if you enjoy this show, please help like and share it on social media. It helps a ton for us to get the word out, and also great information here on this episode. From Barrett Studios, located above downtown Jamestown, Tennessee, I'm your host, Chris Riley.
And I'm your co-host, Jessica Riley.
And we'll see you next Wednesday.